Imagine a music festival where every stage is in a different part of the city. Rock here, jazz way over there. EDM? That's across town. It's like every genre lives in its own world, and none of them talk to each other. You need 5 apps, 3 maps, and a car that gets good mileage. It's chaos before the music even starts. And that's how old telecom worked. Every new idea, a new system, a new connection, another port, another mess. Now imagine there's just one stage. It's like what streaming did for the video store. Music apps for your CD tower, and modern cloud platforms for data centers. That's what it means to cloudify something, and that's exactly what we're doing for telecom in the age of AI. Introducing Lumen Connectivity Fabric. We've taken decades of investment, miles of fiber, edge compute, voice, video, and security, and made it all cloud controllable, instant, scalable, built for whatever comes next. Need more bandwidth? Done. Security that never sleeps? Pick your options. Launching your next AI rollout? Spin it up in minutes, not months. All from a single place. One port. Infinite possibilities. Because when the spotlight finds you, your network shouldn't miss a beat.
Now, let's give a warm welcome to Lumen's Chief Revenue Officer, Ashley Haynes-Gaspar.
Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. I am absolutely thrilled to be with all of you this afternoon, and I think I am what's standing between Q&A and lunch. So let me start here. Most weekends, I enjoy going on hikes with my husband. Any hikers in the room? Yeah. Oh, I love it. My people. Hi. I love the way it makes me feel, especially after the rain. I love the way it smells, which happens like rain and smells Pacific Northwest. That's where I live, happens a lot. We pick a trail, usually the harder, the more complex, the more technical, the better. It's a metaphor, I think, for the type of work that I enjoy. It's why I'm here at Lumen. I love transformations, but that is not the point of the story. The point of the story is that if you have ever hiked, you know that the forest isn't just scenery, it is a living system. And the roots underfoot really form this incredible network, and it is complex, and it's critical. And Kai described our network as this root system. But roots alone don't make a forest. The trunks give it shape, and it gives it strength. And Dave showed us how our digital platform really is the trunk, and it is simplifying decades of complexity, really making our growth possible. But the canopy is my favorite, because the canopy is where the magic happens. It's the branches that reach out, it's the connection, and it's the extension, and it's the scale of the forest. And that is our ecosystem. It is linking cloud and edge and enterprise and partners, and it is how we unlock growth for our customers and for industries. And every part of the forest depends on the others. Roots feed the trunk, trunks support the branches connect the system as a whole. And we are building the connected ecosystem that is more than the sum of its parts, because the world is changing faster than any particular technology, company, or platform can keep up with on its own. And sustainable growth and success now depend on the ecosystems that we build together, because growth today is not about owning everything, it is about connecting everything. And at Lumen, our connected ecosystem is the key to our growth engine. And we believe it is the three-way intersection between customers, partners, and innovation, and it is the place where the next generation of business value will be unlocked to provide the intelligent infrastructure, scale, and trust for the AI era. So the future is not built in silos, it is built in networks. So today I'm going to share how we're building and how we're connecting this ecosystem, really linking the cloud, the edge, the enterprise, and partners to unlock growth for this next generation. So let's start with the opportunity that's in front of us. You've seen this, Kate referenced it. Dave, who was just on stage, talked a little bit about it. Demand for cloud, data, and AI is growing faster than most enterprises can keep up with today, and there are four key dynamics. The first is that the global cloud market is on track to hit $1.1 trillion by 2030. That is not incremental growth. It is a full-scale shift in how businesses run their infrastructure. Second, for Lumen, it means a $15 billion addressable market, and that is where we are focused. Third, we know that infrastructure has to scale. In the US, we expect 1,600 new data center site expansions by 2030. These aren't just buildings, as Dave mentioned, these are the backbone of the AI economy. And they all need intelligent, high-capacity networking, which is exactly what Lumen delivers. And fourth, 85% of customers say that AI is going to drive bandwidth and cloud demand. And we know that AI is not just another workload. It is the force that is reshaping how enterprises think about connectivity, how they think about scale, how they think about security, and how they think about performance. So the opportunity is huge. The demand is real. And this is where Lumen's growth strategy comes alive. We are showing up where growth is happening with the infrastructure, the digital platform, and the ecosystem that customers need to win in the AI economy. So every customer I talk to says the same thing. Data growth is relentless, bandwidth heavy, latency sensitive apps keep rising, and legacy networks are not built for this kind of scale. About 70% of US leaders say their networks can't support AI, and 95% say that AI-ready networks are mission critical. This is our call to action. Customers need partners who can help them make that leap, and this is our opportunity. We also know multi-cloud is the norm. 92% of enterprises are doubling down on it, but managing workloads across clouds and on-prem is getting harder, and moving data securely and seamlessly is a growing challenge. This plays directly into Lumen's strengths: programmable, cloud, integrated infrastructure. And at the same time, customers are facing budget pressures. They have patchwork fixes to outdated systems, which only make it worse, and they're driving up costs and creating inefficiencies. So what customers are asking for are connected solutions that cut costs, reduce complexity, and help prevent that vendor sprawl that is happening across their organizations. They also want faster deployment, they want faster ROI, and they need to optimize both budgets and performance, and that's why our connected ecosystem approach deeply matters. So, customers' needs are clear. We're at an inflection point. Modernization is not optional. It's essential, and enterprises need a new path forward, one that removes bottlenecks, simplifies operations, and makes the economics work. That's where a connected ecosystem matters, because it's not about adding more bandwidth or another cloud provider. It is about partnering with technology leaders to drive joint customer success to expand our reach together. It's about delivering scale, speed, efficiency, security, and resiliency for the AI era, and it's about reducing total cost of ownership for customers while enabling innovation. So, you've seen this page a few times today. What I'd like to do is unpack it a little bit for you and talk about what it means from a commercial perspective. This is the connected ecosystem model, and it's about building more than connections. We are linking data centers, technology partnerships, hyperscalers, and enterprise and public sector customers. And this shifts us from a network provider to a growth platform. For customers, this means less complexity and faster time to value and confidence that their workloads can run anywhere securely. For Lumen, this means we're not going it alone. We are monetizing our central role in this era of AI connectivity, and our connected ecosystem partners are helping us deliver stronger solutions with expanded reach. So how does it work? When we look at data centers, we are expanding our connectivity fabric in every major data center, and customers are getting instant software-driven access, and it's not just connectivity, it's a digital marketplace inside the data center. When we look at tech partners, this is all about partnering to deliver integrated, best-in-class solutions. Customers want answers, they don't want complexity. This makes it easier for them to buy, deploy, and scale integrated solutions in the backup, recovery, data, AI, and security space. We're also partnering with every major hyperscaler, making on-ramps available directly in their marketplaces. And that means that customers can connect workloads to the cloud instantly with none of the legacy friction. And customers are at the center of everything that we do, and we're helping them to adopt multi-cloud and NAS, really simplifying how they buy, how they consume, and how they grow. So the breakthrough value of Lumen's multi-cloud and NAS solutions is real, and it's immediate. Customers tell us that this is the fastest way to connect multi-cloud environments, and it's all about speed, it's all about reliability, it's all about scalability, and there are no longer barriers, and they can provision connections in minutes and not days. And this is what happens when you put customers at the center and deliver solutions that work at the speed of business. So, the connected ecosystem is not about theory. We are proving it in practice, and we are building for repeatability, and we are doing that through Lumen validated designs. We are testing with real customers, we are learning fast, and we are scaling what works. This is how we are delivering solutions that create measurable business value for customers, for partners, and for Lumen. Every test that we do strengthens the ecosystem, and by co-developing with partners and with customers, we are building a platform that stays ahead of the AI and multi-cloud era. And when a solution delivers, whether it is one-click data center connectivity, it's AI at the edge, or it's seamless multi-cloud access, we can take it wide, we can take it fast, and we can take it with confidence. And this is how we win, moving quickly from pilot to repeatable growth. We're not just connecting data centers or connecting clouds, we're connecting enterprises to new revenue, to lower costs, and to the agility that they need in the AI era. Now, you might be saying, this all sounds great, Ashley. How do you make it real? I'd love to do that. We are partnering with Commvault to tackle some of enterprises' toughest challenges that they are facing today. If you don't know Commvault, you're about to meet them. Commvault is a global leader in backup, recovery, and ransomware defense, and together we are delivering solutions that are protecting data and keeping businesses running safely in this AI-driven space. We chose Commvault in this partnership because their platform delivers real results. It's air-gapped vaulting, multi-tiered recovery, and automated ransomware defense. So, to share more about this partnership, please join me in welcoming Pranay Alawalt, their Chief Technology Officer and leader of AI. While you come up, we're also going to roll a quick video to introduce Commvault. So, come on up. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
Okay. So Pranay, when you and I were getting to know each other a little bit, we spent some time talking, and you're spending time with enterprises all day, every day. I'd love for you to share with us a little bit about what you're seeing.
No, and so Ashley, I think a lot has been said already. So this is a hard question because now I have to think of smart things to say beyond what's already been said. But at least from our vantage point, I think there are three things that I think we see increasingly. First, I think we've all talked about multi-cloud. 95% customers being hybrid and multi-cloud. On average, a typical enterprise has more than 100 to 200 SaaS applications, depending on what source you want to look at. But I think from our vantage point, three things. First, scale has exploded. So when we are actually backing up data right now, it's very common for us to see petabyte, sometimes exabyte data stores, exabyte scale data stores. And we currently have customers that actually have S3 buckets with billions of objects. One of them has 60 billion objects in one bucket. So scale is continuing to go up. And if you think about the modality of modern applications, a typical microservices-based application might have more than 12 to 13 databases.
Yeah.
So the scale has definitely become an issue. The second thing, which I think it was implicit in everything that was mentioned, is cybersecurity.
Yeah.
So if you think about cybersecurity, the volume of ransomware attacks has increased between 100 and 127% year over year. It's hard to actually think in compounding growth, but it's a lot. It's a lot. We're looking at 287 reported ransomware incidents per day.
That's
and
incredible.
I think that's growing every day. And the funny thing is, when you juxtapose everything that AI is doing, we think the velocity of that is only going to go up. And the third point that I think is worth mentioning is regulation. Mm-hmm. So regulation today is a $2 trillion problem for the industry. And if you think about regulations like DORA, they actually ask enterprise customers to build isolated recovery environments outside of cloud and in different data centers. Mm-hmm. So the net impact, if you sort of squint your eyes and see how architectures are evolving, large enterprises today actually need to move large amounts of data at scale between clouds and between on-premises and cloud. And I don't think it's enough just to think about, of course, we would like to think Commvault can do it all, but the fact of the matter is that the underlying network substrate is equally important.
Yeah, that's really incredible, and I think it's a perfect setup for why we've partnered. So I'm curious, from your vantage point, what makes Lumen such a critical partner for Commvault?
So, first off, I just want to thank everyone from Lumen. Lumen has trusted Commvault with their own data protection, so that means a lot. It's not something. It's a huge privilege for us. So thank you for that. But beyond that, I think this partnership makes sense because we deliver three things that customers really want. So the first is better economics. With Lumen's programmable NAS and IP VPN on demand, we can actually provision network capacity on demand so customers can only pay for what they use.
Yeah.
That's huge when you're actually moving data. When we are actually moving data, we know predictably how much data is moving, what time that we're moving it. So having the ability to do that is huge.
Yep.
Second is scale. We use a bunch of bulk data transfer circuits, Lumen Cloud Connect, but the idea is when you're actually moving huge volumes of data into air-gapped vaults, having the ability to do that predictability is huge. Mm-hmm. And the third is security. The network itself has things like segmentation and encryption built in, and with Commvault's sort of encryption at the data layer, customers can be confident that what they're moving is actually secure. And unlike hyperscalers are super optimized for their own environment. I think Lumen and Commvault together, I think we deliver true multi-cloud resilience for customers.
I totally agree. And I know that we have been working together on a Lumen validated design, or an LVD, as part of our connected ecosystem strategy. So why is that model so powerful from your perspective?
I think it makes a ton of sense. But I think, by the way, I'm a consultant, so I always tend to speak in threes. But I think
I like threes.
to me, the most obvious reason is it's customer-first innovation. I don't think we're doing science projects.
Yeah.
The fact is that Lumen validated design actually is sort of based in customer case studies. And our first LVD together was actually scaling this model in Lumen's own environment. Second, I think it's tested at scale. So if you think about what we did at Lumen, we had 72 scale-out nodes, hyperscale-X nodes, 6 different data center regions, 20,000 hosts.
Yep.
I mean, that's the kind of rigor that I think enterprise customers actually expect from us. And then third, I think you've mentioned this before, and it's adaptable. It's not a one-time thing. The beauty of this model is that it's not a one-off. We can actually take this and apply it over and over in multiple sort of architectural modalities. And the value proof has been amazing. I mean, we achieved roughly about 90% savings in Lumen's operational costs, $3.5 million in savings.
Yep.
And by the way, recovery time got cut from days to hours.
Yep.
So it's huge. And Ashley, I think it's worth mentioning that forward-leaning companies like Worley are also engaged in this model.
Yeah, they are. And the work that we're doing together at Worley is already showing results, and I think it's really exciting. So if y'all aren't familiar with Worley, Worley is a global engineering services firm. They specialize in the oil and gas space mostly, and they face the challenge of moving enormous data sets across multiple geographies. And when they moved these data sets, sometimes it would take days to move them. And that is not hyperbole. It drove up cost, it drove up complexity, it drove up risk. And with our edge infrastructure and global reach and our pay-as-you-go simplicity that you've been hearing about today, combined with Commvault's unified data protection and ransomware defense, we really helped Worley build a cyber-resilient multi-cloud architecture, and it moves data faster, it reduces job failure, and it simplifies operations for Worley. And that means real-time enablement across multiple locations with lower risk and better compliance. And this is better together in action. And Lumen and Commvault is working together to solve for speed, to solve for scale, and to solve for security in this multi-cloud world.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think Worley is such a good example. 45 different countries, and like you mentioned, enormous complexity. I mean, historically, managing that sort of complexity means you're actually taking on a lot of risk. And I think using Lumen's global infrastructure and Commvault cyber resilience platform, I think Worley has really transformed its cyber resilience posture. And together, I think we're delivering world-class cyber resilience at better economics. So very happy for that.
Yeah, Pranay, thank you so very much for joining us, and thank you so much for being an incredible partner.
Thank you.
Okay, so clearly the right partnerships help to unlock growth and unlock possibility. Thank you, Pranay. And the right talent and the right tools help to make it real for every single customer. And we are doing that by transforming our sales model, by combining AI with human talent, each playing to its strengths to drive outcomes at scale. So we deeply believe at Lumen that AI is an enabler. It is not a replacement for our commercial talent. And our sales force and business development teams remain at the center of everything that we do from a commercial perspective. We are strengthening our core sales motions with our account executives and our customer success professionals, while adding new capabilities through alliances, specialists, and business development to support this connected ecosystem discussion. And at the same time, we're building a world where AI agents are helping to handle repetitive, behind-the-scenes tasks like lead qualification and pipeline management and quoting so that our teams can focus on things like high-value customer engagement. This means more time for relationships, more times for solutions, and better outcomes, and this is how we create deeper growth opportunities. And what we know is that AI is a force multiplier, and it helps us engage in thousands of accounts without losing that human touch. And by 2026, this hybrid model that I'm talking about of human talent plus AI is going to give us the muscle and the agility to win inside these commercial motions. You might be saying, Ashley, that sounds great. How are you making it real? We have launched Lumen's AI Lab. And AI Lab is a dedicated team that is waking up every single day that is responsible for turning our AI strategy into business outcomes for our commercial teams. The lab is the engine to modernize how we sell, and it's where we move from buzzwords to measurable impact. Here are a couple examples. The first is we are taking 14 legacy B2B commercial systems, and we are bringing them into one single Salesforce engine. It means less time toggling between tools and more speed from lead to order. We are also deploying agents to help with the heavy lifting. They're doing things like targeting, execution, routing, and support so that sellers can focus on relationships and closing deals, which is what they do best. We've also codified 19 use cases into repeatable playbooks through AI-supported motions like buddy agents, smarter targeting, intelligent workflows, and automated tasks. And what's important for you all to know is that the AI Lab is not just about technology. It is about giving our people more time with customers, more time to deliver solutions, to drive predictive cost savings, to drive stickier revenue, and to drive faster time to purchase. And here's the proof point. Lumen has been invited to join a highly selective research program, one of 12 companies, and we are the only telco. And this research program is exploring the future of work. And it's at the intersection of AI-powered, human-led, agent-operated. And this isn't just research. It is a validation that at Lumen we are building the future of commercial innovation and commercial workflows. And I'm deeply excited about it. So, we've explored how a connected ecosystem expands what's possible for our customers, for our partners, and for our teams. And when you look at the results, smarter cloud economics, streamlined experiences, and new growth, you see the impact of every part working together. So if I bring it back to where we started, nature and forests have the ability to adapt, to stretch, to be agile, and to find new ways to thrive. And our network, our platform, our ecosystem are all doing the same, each supporting each other and making the whole stronger. That is what building a connected ecosystem delivers. It expands and optimizes how customers use our network, turning it from infrastructure into a growth engine. It elevates the customer experience, making it simpler, smarter, and more valuable. And this is how we deliver value, create momentum, and set ourselves up for what's next. This is the start of something bigger. This is our moment, and I couldn't be more excited for what's ahead. This is the era of connected growth, and it starts now. Thank you.